Hi, I'm J.D. Bank from the Circle magazine, and welcome to the first episode of The Art of Connoisseurship. Today I thought I'd share with you some lesser known information about the brands Montblanc and Cartier. I know that a lot of people today have been collecting fountain pens for the last 10 years. I have loved fountain pens for the last 30 years. And I remember as a young man going to boutiques, even as a teenager, going to boutiques here in Vancouver, where we're based, while other people my age were out playing hockey or going to hockey games. So in those days, of course, we didn't have the internet, or at least it wasn't as well developed as it is now. So the only way to get information was at boutiques, was talking to the people who worked at the boutiques, or industry people, or other collectors. So it is interesting to notice how things have shifted over the last 25 years. Now there's so much information on internet forums and YouTube channels. But yet things that were common knowledge 25 years ago seem to be a mystery today. And it's important for that information not to be lost. It's important for there to be some continuity among collectors. And so I thought I would just talk with you personally today about some of these brands that I love and that are in my collection. So beginning with Montblanc, it is interesting to notice how people talk about Montblanc in internet forums and even in YouTube videos in reviews. Despite rumors to the contrary, Montblanc fountain pens and all their writing instruments are not made from a black plastic. It's not even a questionable material. Montblanc writing instruments are made from resin. It appears to be a vegetal resin, like that used by Omas while they were still operating in Italy. And actually, if you have a very strong light, or if you can even catch the sunlight the right way, you will notice that Montblanc black resin is not black. It's not even opaque. It's actually a translucent amber color. And that is indicative of it being a vegetal resin. So for those of you who may balk at the retail price of Montblanc fountain pens, who may think that the brand is just inflated, their prices are just inflated because of their brand recognition, although there is some truth to that, certainly they can command a premium. You are paying for a proprietary material which is actually not commonly found. So that may give you some comfort in investing in another Montblanc writing instrument for your collection. So moving on to Karcher, a brand which I love. It is interesting to note that Karcher is actually a sister brand to Montblanc. They're both owned by the Richemont Group. And Karcher uses Montblanc's precious resin also. However, they add glass to it, so it becomes a resin glass composite. And Cartier's pens are a little more durable when it comes to being thrown around or being dropped. The composite is less likely to break or to crack than Montblanc's precious resin alone. So it's an interesting feature. It's unfortunate that Karcher hasn't gotten a lot of recognition among fountain pen collectors today. And it may be that they have scaled back the number of fountain pens in their current lineup. However, if you're willing to buy vintage fountain pens or buy used fountain pens, you can find some exquisite models from Karcher, genuinely beautiful models that they've been making for a very long time. So you can go back and buy antiques, or you can buy relatively recent pens that may be used or new old stock, and you will be getting some beautiful pieces. And I highly recommend that you add a few Karcher pieces to your collection because they do exquisite work. Moving on to inks, I'd like to begin with Montblanc's fountain pen ink. There's been a lot of speculation about who makes Montblanc's fountain pen ink. And just 25 years ago, it was common knowledge that Montblanc's ink is made by Pelikan, who makes some of the best fountain pen ink in the world. You may find that some of your inks are a little oversaturated, a little pigment rich, and you need to clean your pen out a lot, or there may be some residue in the barrel of your pen after you've finished using one barrel's worth of ink. And other fountain pen inks tend to be a little watered down. They may not pool the way you would like, they may not shade the way you would like. And so that balance is very important. And personally, I use Montblanc's fountain pen ink every day. I use it as my daily workhorse ink, and I find that it performs very well. Moving on to Karcher's inks. Karcher's inks are very special. If you go into a boutique in North America, you may not be able to find one in stock. They may have to order one in for you. You can also order them online on their website, but it may take a few weeks to get a bottle in if you're in North America, because they often have to get them in from Europe. You'll notice that Karcher's bottles are a beautiful shape. They're made in France, and it seems that they use a higher quality glass than is used for other ink bottles. It looks beautiful, and it is also a beautiful bottle just to have in your collection. The ink itself has a high viscosity. It has almost a silky, oily texture to it without being dirty. And you'll notice when you use it that it provides a very smooth writing experience. But it also has this beautiful translucence to it. It lets the light shine from the paper through the ink, and it creates a very vivid effect. It's a very beautiful ink, and it's actually very special. So if you get the chance, I highly recommend that you pick up a bottle of Karcher ink for your collection also. In closing, I would like to thank Focusers Eyewear. Focusers makes a beautiful range of vintage-inspired frames. So if you're looking for a pair of glasses, I highly recommend that you go to www.focusers.com and take a look at their range of vintage-inspired eyewear, because some of the pieces they make are truly beautiful and unique, and you may find something that you like. Also, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. It helps us out a lot as we're building up this YouTube channel. And if you want more of this content, you can find us on Facebook at The Circle Connoisseurs. It's our group with creators and collectors where you can join the conversation, where you can share your own collection, and where you can connect with some of the creators in our group, like pen makers David Oscarson and Nino Marino, and watchmaker Maximilian Bisa from MBNF. You can find us on Facebook at The Circle Connoisseurs, and the link will be in the description below. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm JD Bank from The Circle Magazine.